Who's Charles Moulton?
That is my pseudonym.
Why don't you write Wonder Woman under your real name? Because most Americans have a low opinion of comic book writers? Or is it something else?
Hey, true believers, Englentine here with a review of Professor Marston and the Wonder Woman. And man, I was looking forward to this and I wanted it to do so well in the box office. If only so we could get more stories behind the comics about the people who actually made them. And it's an odd, at first I would think it's an odd choice that they picked Professor Marston of all people. I mean, of course, this is the year of Wonder Woman, or at least last year was. So why not tell her story? But this isn't completely the story of how Wonder Woman was created. It all leads up to it, but it's really the story of a man and his wife who fall in love with a third person. It's an odd story to begin with, especially if you think, well, our first foray into finding out who the people are who made these great comic book characters, you start with the one who created Wonder Woman, Dr. William Marston, considering he is the least known. I mean, Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, Steve Ditko. They're more popular names, even if Wonder Woman is one of the more popular characters. And it seems like no one really knew what this movie was. Even if you read the write-ups, it says the details of the unconventional life of Dr. William Marston and how he lived with his wife and his mistress. Yeah, but even in the movie, it shows that it wasn't just his decision. Though his wife, Elizabeth, fell in love with Olive Byrne as well. So it isn't the story of a man who has his wife and a mistress in the same house. It's like I said before, it's the story of a couple who picks out a third. And the three of them live a loving life, of course, especially being 1947. It's a life that's looked down upon, and they have scenes that deal with that. They have scenes in the movie that where you see even the children are getting attacked when their lifestyle comes into question. Everybody does their jobs well. The cast is pretty good. William Marston's played by Luke Evans, who was Gaston in Beauty and the Beast. Rebecca Hall is Elizabeth Marston. You may remember her from The Town. And Bella Heathcote was in a whole bunch of movies that you said, hey, I wouldn't mind seeing that, but never made it to the theater to see it, like Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies. They all do a fine job. It's entertaining enough. It's just such a bizarre little movie. Yeah, especially if you are in the mindset of, well, I'm going to go and I'm going to see the origin and the beginnings of Wonder Woman. And this really is. It's just, it takes it all the way back and to the start of this whole relationship, because you could just say, well, yeah, he's a little bit perverse, blah, blah, but really he was trying to show that women have strength, and the way that women have strength is by men submitting willingly to them. It's very bizarre. But this obsession he had with submission, of course, became very famous and in the comic books. I mean, it really is true that his own sexual appetites made it into the Wonder Woman comics, at least according to this movie it is. So when people are like saying, yeah, look at all this bondage in Wonder Woman, it really was because of his relationships. Now, he thought, of course, that it was making, it showed women in a stronger light. When a man ties a woman down, or a woman lets herself become a prisoner to man, she is now weakened. It's when she's free, and she is the one that is doing the bonding, I guess, or the tying up. That's when she has the strength. Very, very odd. Very odd. Paradise is a life with women only, and evil is when the men come in. He really did respect women. It's just he showed it in a crazy kind of way. To tell you the truth, I've had a little while to think about this before I made the video, and still, I don't know if I like this movie or not. I mean, I know I don't hate it, but do I really like it? I mean, if this was not about the creator of Wonder Woman, would I enjoy this film? Because basically it is about a bizarre relationship more than it is the creation of a comic book character. Although, once again, that's what it leads up to. So it really is an odd duck of a movie. I would like to say I do. It's well acted, it's well written, it's well directed. It's just odd. But that's just my opinion. What is yours? Have you seen Professor Marston and the Wonder Women? What did you think? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Or you like me, where it's like, it wasn't bad, but man, it just, it kind of is in the center somewhere. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, if you like this video, you want to see more, you know the drill. Click like, click share, subscribe. And if you haven't done it already, hit those notification bells so you don't miss anything. Cool things happen around these parts. Also, this is the way we make our living, so if you don't mind, head on over to Patreon, drop $1 in the till, helps keep the lights on, help us keep making videos like this and others. I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that, and to everyone, all of the true believers who are experts at bullets and bracelets, I'd like to thank you very, very much for watching.